My name's Claire Bailey, and I run a business based out of the United Kingdom, but I can work from anywhere in the world, and COVID has taught me this. So I'm looking to partly retire to another country in order to live in a better climate with a better cost of living. I started looking at countries that everybody retires to, Portugal, France, Spain, Greece, but the cost of entry was significant and there were residency barriers, especially since Brexit. So for a UK national to move to any of these other European countries meant that you had to invest upwards of €250,000 in the property or find other routes to residency. Or you could only stay there for something like 180 days a year, so it became untenable to consider those countries.
So, what now?
I guess look for a different place. Maybe somewhere like Montenegro.
This is the newest established country in Europe. It's nearly 20 times smaller than the UK. It has a population of just over 600,000. Since 2007, the number of tourists visiting Montenegro in 1 year has doubled. But why?
One of the other things I've seen that's really interesting is the fact that there's a lot of investment into the country. They're trying to attract international participants from all over the world by making it as easy as possible to come into the country. And they're also developing up in their mountain area what will become Southeast Europe's largest connected ski resort. So there's so much opportunity there. And what I see is that it's like Croatia was, but maybe 8 to 10 years ago. I spoke at a conference about tourism in Croatia probably 7 or 8 years ago now. And that was when the Minister of Tourism there was trying to encourage British travel agents to promote Croatia as a destination of choice. And obviously Game of Thrones has helped them enormously with that, because of course a lot of the filming was in Split and the Diocletian Palace, Dubrovnik and so on. But Croatia was already quite saturated from a tourism point of view. Montenegro's not there yet. But when it gets there, my investment in my own home will increase in value because we will be looking to be on the Bay of Kotor in an area called Dubrota. But we may also purchase a plot of land, speculatively, whilst it's still incredibly good value for money, in the area where they intend to develop the ski resorts. So once that's been completed, we could either sell the land or develop maybe a ski chalet or some facility out there that we could either run as our own business or lease to somebody else. So the fact that it's so, as yet, undiscovered, and yet the next step down the coast from Dubrovnik, bearing in mind Kotor is only an hour and a half's drive from Dubrovnik, strikes me as an amazing opportunity from a tourism and an inward investment point of view, and to help that country's economy grow and develop, but in a sustainable manner.
So, there it is. The old town, skiing resorts, mountain climbing, boat rides, all these things adding up to increase the popularity of Montenegro.
I would see Montenegro as becoming my home. I would want to settle there. I would want to become part of the community. I'm even looking to complete a master's degree in order to set up a division of the UK-based Institute of Place Management with the University of Montenegro, which I would then have some allies there in order to create that faculty to develop their knowledge and skill set. So I see it as a long-term retirement. I don't know if I'll ever really stop working, but I will be able to work less and I will be able to be more choosy about the work I do. So it comes back to work-life balance and quality of life. I also think it gives me a great base to explore parts of Europe that are so undiscovered. We're not too far from places like Kosovo, Albania, North Macedonia. Of course, Croatia's on the doorstep, but going further into that part of Europe, which really only came available to the West in the late 80s after things like the Velvet Revolution in Hungary and the collapse of the Berlin Wall. These are former countries that were under Soviet rule that have now opened up, but there's still a lot of discovery to be made in those places. So travelling from our home based in Montenegro to these places for weekends or short breaks will be really easy to do. But yes, I would expect that I would still live out my dream of travelling the world and go off and visit Vietnam and Cambodia for 3 months, maybe go to Australia and New Zealand, but from a home base not of the UK, but Montenegro.
In order to know a little bit more about Montenegro, I reached out to a local who works in the tourism industry.
Yes, I'm Petar Bogatic. I live in Kotor, a small town in Montenegro, and I'm studying diplomacy in our capital city. And our capital city is Podgorica. And also, I'm doing my own job, uh, renting apartments, boats, bicycles. So I have my own business with my family. You know, Montenegro is a small country, and Montenegro has everything what one country needs. We have sea, we have mountains, so we have winter tourism, summer tourism, and we are very beautiful country, and our nature is something special. Our people hope that we will one day be in European Union, and our first move is moving to the NATO, and after that we hope that we will be in European Union, and I think it will be clever move for our people.
I hope after watching this, maybe you've changed your views on Montenegro or you've learned a few things about Montenegro, but either way, thank you for watching.